9 days after Shanoa's body was found, I was walking into a meeting with her husband. He made a comment to me that the jeweler would allow him to return her rings for a full refund, essentially selling them back. That struck me as odd because I couldn't help but wonder why a jeweler would volunteer that information freely. So in my opinion, what I'm inferring from that conversation was that the week following Shanoa's death, her husband called the jeweler to ask if he could sell her wedding rings. He quickly reassured me he would never sell Shanoa's wedding rings. Soon after Shanoa's funeral in November, one of Shanoa's friends reached out to him to ask him what the plan for the rings was. In my opinion, what I'm inferring from his response is that the rings were still in his possession. The response is that he would not be making any decisions for a while, and that he was possibly considering making another piece of jewelry from the rings. So what I'm inferring from that text exchange is that he was trying to imply that the rings were still in his possession. Shortly after Shanoa's funeral, I personally was able to confirm that Shanoa's rings had actually been sold for a refund months prior, in September. In my personal opinion, for Shanoa's friend to be led to believe that the rings were still in his possession was a lie and deceitful. It's my personal opinion that Shanoa's wedding rings were not sold out of financial necessity. To the best of my knowledge, at this point, there was already a GoFundMe created for his personal use with over $30,000 in it. The month before she died, Shanoa told me that she had $30,000 in immediately accessible funds to cover 6 months of expenses. So that means we're up to $60,000 in liquid funds. That's not to mention her life insurance and other death benefits from her employer that her husband was the beneficiary of. In addition, Shanoa's husband sold her vehicle within weeks of her death. That vehicle was purchased in 2022 before she ever met her husband for over $20,000. So with that information, it's my personal opinion that Shanoa's rings were not sold out of a financial necessity.